Good evening. This is Mick Ruby here from MEFC Realist TV. I believe it's Thursday, the 24th of November, a few days after the explosion of that Glazers is putting out Manchester United for sale. There's been a lot of speculations from the media, second guessing, and this is normal procedure, according to my humble opinion. Um, Media is kind of second guessing, putting American consortiums into place, linking Apple, Amazon, and all the tech companies because at the end of the day, it's Manchester United we're talking about. It's the biggest club in the world with the biggest fan base, with a great commercial value for an investor to buy. But let's talk about something that I've been very consistent about for the past 4 months. You can only look back in the timeline to understand who the serious contenders are in terms of who is leading this race. Now, if you go back into my timeline to my videos and look at the Glazes Out playlist, you'll see that I've been consistently reporting on Sir Jim Ratcliffe together with the Dubai Consortium with Sheikh Hamdan or Faza from the Dubai Sovereign Investment Fund. Now, what is Dubai Sovereign Investment Fund? You need to understand what type of owners you will get. As football has changed. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, of course, is English. He's probably the richest man in England at the moment, but him alone to rebuild the overall infrastructure of, you know, theatre dreams and to run the club properly, he could do that. But what about the rest? Football has changed. You need to have deep pockets, and that is something that the Dubai Consortium is definitely about to offer if this deal happens. Why? Because they're worth about $380 billion. Let me tell you a little bit about story since I lived in Dubai for about 10 years and I've been advising the Royal Group families for a couple of years as well. These people sees this as an investment, not to take money out. They have very, very deep pockets, meaning they will service the debt, they will repay the debt, they will upgrade the stadium or even build a new stadium. They will only recruit the best in class people. They will only build the best in class infrastructure. Take an evidence of, if you travel to Dubai, you will understand and see that over 40 years, the father of Dubai, which is Sheikh Zayed, actually built from a fishing village to a desert to what it is today. It's a mecca for investors. Now, when you speak about Dubai with oil money, that's a little bit of a fallacy to say. The ones that have the oil is actually Abu Dhabi, which is a separate emirate. Uh, but UAE consists of about 9 emirates, and Dubai is one of them. So they're pretty much cousins, brothers, sisters, neighbors. Dubai, the way they are sort of functioning and you know being able to offer tax-free haven to attract foreign talent is to offer like tax-free life. But in order to do so, they have been heavily investing in assets, let's say real estate, land, Emirates Airlines. These are all linked to the government, meaning that you don't have to pay tax. Everything is well run, well taken care of. And if you think about human rights, if you're comparing Dubai to Saudi Arabia, to Qatar, or to Bahrain, it is to be polarized and blind because Dubai has been in forefront for the past 40 years in developing the futuristic city. Matter of fact, that 80% of Dubai's population is actually expats, meaning that they're Western people. They're calling Dubai as home. Arabs, Indians, multicultural people from the nation, and they love football. They love sports. They're investing in infrastructure in sports, cricket. They brought cricket into Dubai as well. There you have a lot of like Manchester United supporter, and matter of fact that Faza, the Crown Prince, is Manchester United supporter himself. So for them to invest in Dubai, it is not to have anything back, like in return investment. You got to understand the mentality is that it's kind of like a PR machine, a bragging right tool to go to the cousins to say, look, I own Manchester United. And then the cousins say, well, I own Manchester City. And then Saudi goes like, well, I bought Newcastle. So it's a competition in a way. So, but from how do I describe it? This is like Chelsea Abramovich, but on a turbo speed, like a six-pack Abramovich. They will pump in a lot of money into the club. They will only recruit the best. We will have, windows, transfer windows where it's going to be a dream for Erik ten Hag, even to point the finger and say, I want this player, no problem. So that is a big contrast from, the poor millionaires that we had called the Glazer family that couldn't even run the club properly. They couldn't even dip into their own pockets to, refurbish our stadium or Carrington or, you know what I mean. So it's kind of like beggars cannot be choosers. Like I've been seeing on Twitter that a lot of people are being picky and choosy. I said like, well, I don't want oil money. I don't want Arab owners because human rights issues. What are you talking about? What kind of human rights issues are we then talking about? Um, I suggest you do a little bit of a research. Jump on YouTube, do a little bit of research about UAE and Dubai to understand, what kind of owners we are getting potentially. On the other hand, is what I've been told as well, that UAE will never go 100% in because of these human rights issues that's pointed at them with the big fingers. Hence, they are considering to go, take about 60-70% ownership, stakeholders. And they've been talking to Jim Ratcliffe also for the past 3 months at least. So Sir Jim will might invest 30% and they will take 60%, and then it might be 10% offered to the fan share schemes. This is a massive change to where we are today. 17 years of poorly managed, by the Glazers and Ed Woodwards and all that. We don't even want to talk about it. The end is coming. The writing isn't on the wall. This is something that we fan base have been screaming and shouting for. So I feel a little bit obliged to say so. Support the team, back the manager, and whoever we get, be grateful because it's far more better than the American owners and Glazers. Please like and subscribe, and sorry for my crackly voice. I'll let you know as soon as I hear anything more, and good night. Bye.